guess. So there's all these different ranks of serf, commoner, yeoman, resident, citizen, free citizen, patrician, nobleman, squire, lord, baron, count, marquis, duke, and then archduke. At each one, you get your little unlock of whatever it is, as you can see. And also, once you get to certain levels, you could be able to own more businesses, aka more money, and you could also get certain actions once you hit different levels. Right here, you can see as a yeoman, I could get the ability gain to throw stones, but also have more businesses. Here, we could have more businesses and drop a bag of fleas. Citizens are you could send your kids to school, hire henchmen, escort, find evidence, and all the stuff like that. Free citizen, you could run for offices, more henchmen, more businesses. Patricians, this is basically really the last big one that I'd say, because you get warehouses. Noblemen, you could do this, more henchmen, more businesses. Write love letters, praise people, conquer buildings. Squire, here you could basically, you've become royalty, you get your own little stuff. You could join guilds. Lord, henchmen and businesses, and so on and so on. So it wants you to be able to build all these businesses and stuff like that. And to gain all this power and stuff like that, it's just a matter of gaining experience. As you can see, it's experience needed, experience needed, experience needed. And you do that by basically, well, I just build this. We won't continue this, but we'll just build something real right quick. Right about there, right? So we have Max going over to sell all his crap. That's what you want to sell. And then once you hear that noise, usually something good's happen. In this case, it means my skill tree, or the skill I'm working towards, has been earned. In this case, you gain skill points by buying and selling things, and also producing something. That's what I've realized so far. You probably gain some from getting elected into offices and stuff like that. But right now we'll just make him go for food prep too. Well, in this case, we will also keep having him run. If you look here in the information screen at the start, where we had the chance to move all these different points into different things, you could see what they do here. Unlike in the first screen, you could actually read what they actually do. Charismatic characters have many advantages in social situations and actions, like everything that involves courtship, trade, and politics. So it's important for a head of the dynasty to have high charisma. For the second one, dexterity, it usually helps with the higher your dexterity, the higher, I think it's productivity you are. Oh yeah, I see. Next is intelligence. Perception, you could see right here. Strength. And alright, so now these are the attributes that you get from it. You have your health, which is basically very straightforward. It's if you're getting beat up in a fight, this is how many hit points you have. Fertility, you can see how fertile this character is. Basically, the younger you are, the higher the chance of having a kid. Stealth, you could use it to go undetected and do bad deeds without getting caught. You can see that. Dexterity and perception increase it, while strength decreases it. Attack power, You can see that I find it weird how strength decreases your attack power, but okay. Dexterity increases it while strength lowering it. Bargaining bonus, it basically is the percent amount that you can get off or on something you sell, like, or buy. Like, if you want to get something, I think this means it gets 9% off what you buy, and I think it always rounds up. So in this case, if we bought something for like that's originally cost 9, it'd still be like 9-ish around maybe. But also it'll allow you to sell it for 9% more. So it's also good to have your transporters to have charisma. Next is damage. Uh, so this is where you do more damage, where strength and perception increase it, and negatively influenced by dexterity. Defense power, it shows how much this person can defend themselves, so transporters, very important for them. Reputation bonus, this is your bonus towards social actions and stuff like that. Resistance is basically your defending of damage on you to prevent you from dying. Well, I guess it's poison. Just your resistance of being poisoned to death. Next is your movement speed. It usually only really comes into play if they are, if you really want your character to go around, just buy a riding horse. Next is your experience gain rate. So the smarter you are, the faster you gain your experience. Next is medicine mastery. How well it's basically first aid skills. Good genetics. So this is when your child is born, you will have either higher or lower uh, skills. Usually it's kind of important, but not really. You just don't want a bad kid. Regeneration is how much HP you gain back. And then intimidation is basically your aggressive social actions success rate, or bonus success rate, since it's this is what it's like. Then strength, perception, and intelligence. Yeah, I went over this. But I'd say the most important bit for a starting head of household is charisma. Uh, Charisma, and then probably strength. Those two are the important for me. You don't really need that much intelligence. Well, it really depends on what your character is doing. So in my case, we are gonna run as a patron.